going to stop telling people about Bitcoin. I give up. They just don't get it and never will. They think I'm trying to sell them on a dream. They don't know I want them to be extremely wealthy alongside me. Screw it, I'll just focus on getting more Bitcoin for me and my future children. Oh, the conversations that will be had in 2032. Lol, just wait until the mania starts churning again. I'm a few months. Everyone's gonna become an expert overnight. Some people are just status quo machines. Doesn't matter how accurate you are if more people just say you're wrong. Also, those people don't deserve your advice. They can't understand you're not trying to rip them off because they'd never help someone for free themselves. Most people live in a bubble and don't want to understand anything beyond their daily routine. I find it's better to talk about what money is, how it's broken, and a possible solution. These days most people are feeling inflation hard enough to be receptive to that message. I stopped 5 years ago, lol. I orange-pilled 30 persons friends and family since July 2022. To be honest, I'm tired of doing this because it's a lot of energy to argue, share infos, etc. At the end, most of the people told me, yeah, I will check later tonight. They never do. You can lead a horse to water, but if it's not thirsty, then fuck 'em. Don't worry, they will message you when it hits $80,000. They'll get it after the next hyperinflationary episode. You can discuss it, but nobody is going to listen to you if you are evangelical about it. You need to describe its use case and also how predisposed to risk it is. As much as you love it, Bitcoin is not a safe asset in terms of price. They will all get it at the price they deserve. Just say, I think BTC is nothing for you. They hate it. This might be the problem. It's not about getting rich. It's about the falling fist system and escaping it. Getting rich will likely be a side effect. Start with the knowledge aspect. Why would you waste your time trying to convince people who don't want to be convinced? Are you also a Jehovah's Witness on the weekends? Just do you and don't worry about what the fuck other people do. And definitely don't pester them about stuff. If someone's genuinely interested, be there to share your knowledge. If they've expressed disinterest, then don't even bring it up. In your own words, how would you explain to someone why it would be a good idea to invest in Bitcoin? What would you say is the intrinsic value? Why would you say that BTC is the best cryptocurrency to invest in? My hardest case were my parents. It took whole 2 years for them to understand that crypto is not a joke but actually a worthy investment. They reached the final stage. Before talking about BTC, people need to understand what problem BTC is the solution for. You need to explain the broken money system first. Weakling, you call yourself a salesperson? Did you even convince your mother to use her total welfare to buy the dip the last 2 years? You don't stop yourself. You are fired. Winking face. It could save us from WW3, we should all use it. I used to work for a bank. I tried to get them on board way back in like 2012. They laughed. Congratulations. You've made it to the final phase. I used to try all the time too. Then I quit giving unsolicited advice. Not just Bitcoin but everything. Unsolicited advice is never heeded or appreciated. Me. No matter what I say, my mom thinks bonds have zero risk and inflation isn't real. Tears of joy, tears of joy, tears of joy. Welcome to the club. I gave up. Told people to get in at £2,000 was laughed at. I only mention it once to sparkle curiosity, but otherwise don't waste your time and energy. They will come to you once it's too late anyways. Then you can sell them 100k satoshis for $5,000. My vision. BTC is not a ticket to riches. The only way BTC will be successful is if it gets adopted worldwide as a currency. Price speculation and store of value, if it even reaches that point, won't get it anywhere. It defeats the purpose if everyone is just hoarding and waiting for the prices to go to the moon. Recently, I pulled out majority of my BTC to get my house renovated and for my wedding. Contractor accepted BTC as payment, and so I accepted. Never regretted it as it served its use. No sense beating a dead horse. If you mention it once and they push back, hey, at least they can't come back at a later date and ask why you never told them. When I mentioned it to friends, family, I just say it's worth buying a little. I figure if they buy even a tiny amount, maybe they'll learn more about the technology and all fiat's failings through history. Please stop. You can take an ass near water but cannot make it drink. Also, why should people care about Bitcoin? What I am trying to say is, if they don't have a need, they don't have a need. Leave it at that. It's crazy. I was just thinking the same thing. All everybody wants to do is challenge your knowledge and not listen to the benefits that Bitcoin can bring. I keep getting cut off before I can make my point, and if I make my point it's like okay. And I actually did slow down quite a bit with my Bitcoin conversations. But I need to force myself to stop completely. It's not worth my mental health. Like Michael Saylor said, everyone gets Bitcoin at the price they deserve. You're one of us now. I'm just waiting for the day when people that I was trying to explain BTC to them will come to me trying to explain BTC to me. Because they forgot that I was trying to explain it to them years ago. I know this day will come. I gave up on explaining it years ago and never mention it to anyone. Everyone buys BTC for the price they deserve. It's not your job to educate the ignorant. Stay looking out for one. Every time I hear someone mutter BTC is going back down to 15k, I buy twice as much as I was going to originally, rolling on the floor laughing. I actually kind of made a drinking game out of it. For everyone, one idiotic, non-educated, dumbfounded comment or article hodl $20. Yesterday bought 1k rolling on the floor laughing. If the bond markets haven't convinced them, then nothing will. Smart man. I used to try the same way. I wanted people to be free alongside their too obtuse. Fuck 'em. Just do you, bro. I used to try and educate my friends on Bitcoin as well, but stopped very soon due to a lack of interest in discussing finances, investing, and money in general. If someone isn't open to a topic, then you're just wasting your time trying to get them interested. Focusing on myself is what I decided to do a while ago too. I realized this recently. People want to go down the path of self-discovery and find stuff on their own. The more people they see gloating about gains and parading BTC around, I feel like the more they are pushed away and feel too late and like it is a scam. This next run, let's keep our nose to the ground and let the natural FOMO wave flow. Some people just don't have a good foresight for the future in tech. At least you tried. Trust me, you'll feel a lot better. After a few years I only got 3-4 ppl on board, and I'm glad about that, but otherwise it's just a waste of energy. Thumbs up. It will take another bull run to turn them into crypto. Just be patient. Good choice, I have too. Congratulations. Now you are a Bitcoin veteran. And next bull cycle you will feel great when they ask you about Bitcoin. Humans ruin everything. It doesn't help that scammers kinda dragged the reputation of cryptos, Bitcoin included, down. Better to lay down. Maybe all we need is just time and the vindication of maybe not, but then again sometimes you need to take some risks.